For joining us today. This is your first time in my life. My name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and the pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. On my platform, I teach universal laws. I do not teach my personal practice, but I teach universal laws because they're applicable to each and every one of us, whether we're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Apollo, whether we're Christian, Lutheran, whether we're atheist. Universal laws affect each and every one of us. I would also like to say, on my platform, I teach for Christian people that are in the church that practice the ATR'S. I talk to people that they are not being allowed to freely function in their spirituality because it is demonized. I also talk to those that have left the church, but they still got church into them, because at the end of the day, you are what you do. What's up, Renee? What's up, sweet? What's up, my baby Scorpio? I love you. Oh, thank you, baby. My baby Scorpio. And I teach this in order to help a lot of our brothers and sisters out here in these ATR'S. What's up, Miss Williams? My Aries from Chicago. There go my Karen O'Brien from all right there. Okay. What's up? How you doing, baby? There go Mama Susan, Gemini. We had Gemini back to back, and then we got Jeremy in the house. Salute to you as well. And let me tell y'all something. If you do not know, I have been doing this a very long time. Very long time. I mean, I started very young as a child, and I am 50, about to be 51 years old in December. I do realize I'm a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries, and my rising sign is Pisces. And people gonna do what they want to do. All we can do as spiritual leaders out here and elders of these practices is to give information, especially to grown people. It's a lot more easier to raise and train someone that is young and their age, and they can be formed into that. But a lot of you guys have already have preconceived ideas and already have ways of doing different things. I'm gonna talk about something today. If you truly want to practice real magic, you want to grow and develop up under real tutelage, if you are interested in being a part of a ministry that actually practices the ATR'S, my ministry is quite available. Can you use E5 to heal health problem? Absolutely. Orula has the ability to give out ebos in order to work healing. Each one of the ATR'S have an ability to work healings. They Babala may even send you to somebody else that actually practices that, depending on his ability. But each one of the religions, in my humble opinion, have tools to bring about healing and health. I believe in divine healing myself, being a vessel of that energy is itself. I want to also say hello to and salutations to my madrina and to my padrinos and to my brothers and sisters all around this globe that watch my videos. I do real magic. I do understand the writs. I understand the protocols. I understand the structure of a lot of the ATR'S. But at the end of the day, me personally, I am interested in manifestation. So that's where I tend to lean into when I do my worship, I do my honoring, my veneration, or anything that I do in any of those particular ATR'S, and that is even down to Kabbalah, whether it is Masonic order, or any of these Egyptian sciences. At the end of the day, it's all about energy, frequency, and vibration to me. And so therefore, I go to these spirits, or I work with these spirits, or my own spirits to resolve issues in my life. Me personally, I'm a problem solver. So I'm not a person like to vent about something and don't do nothing about it. That's just not me. And so therefore, that is a part of my practice out here in these ATR'S. I also want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. This is Saturday, as above, so below. So this is Saturn energy, which talks about structure, talks about building, talks about ambition, talks about ancestors, the Eguns, talks about dark matter, chaos energy, time. Father Time operates in there. Also dealing with authority. Also in the Yoruba faith, Olodumare is honored on this day, and the color white is worked with. And with white, you can work with any color. You understand? So those that understand whether sympathetic magic or symbology, we understand that white consists of all colors except black. And so Ola Damari, whether you are also another spirit, Obatala, what I'm wearing on today, as well as Dambalov, also represent, and Voodoo represents white. Okay, so I just want to share something today for all of the grown people. Even on Saturday, it still ain't cheering church. I don't talk to children. I still have some of my talisman that are available to those that would like one. I have Shango, I have Mafeti Fun Iligwa, I have Mafeti Fun Oshun. I also have, I think I said Mafeti Fun Obatala. I have that. I also have Mafeti Fun Oya. I think that's all of them. But I come on here in as a vessel of experience, as somebody that respects energy, frequency, and vibration. And I want to talk about today to help anybody that really wants to either practice or wants to respect the ashe of these practices. A lot of times it's not about the spell that you do. Sometimes it's not about the type of ingredients you use. It's about understanding the flow of energy in these particular practices. What's up there, my Natasha Foster, my Aquarius from North Carolina? And I'm going to be talking about my subject matter today on this Saturday, as above so below, talking about Saturnian energy. The metal would be lead, color would be black. Banishing work is done a lot on this particular day. The archangel that rules this day is Cassiel. I do realize that a lot of people, because I give out a lot of information, they're able to regurgitate a lot of information, but at the end of the day, they do not have my skill set, they do not have my gifting, they do not have my experience. So at the end of the day, having my knowledge without my gifting or talent or initiation does you absolutely no good. Knowing that I work with UPS does not make you an employee of UPS. Me spending my money after cashing my check does not make you an employee of UPS. My children are not employees of UPS, even though I'm their biological father. For how we come to the conclusion that we have a divine right to enforce ourselves in certain spaces of spirituality has to do with a lot of wacky behavior in the ATR'S. And I want to talk about this because a lot of you do not do this, but there are people that you're going to encounter that are mentally not there. They do not believe in protocol. They do not believe in responsibility to the sciences, that they are really there to protect the individual endeavoring to practice that in particular magic. And so we're going to talk about some things that I deem important, especially if you want to grow into these ATR'S, whatever they may be, or if you want to practice magic, just energy and frequency. It's still, universal laws still apply, even if you're not in a coven, even if you're not in an elate, even though if you're not an initiate, rules and regulations still apply. And the more that you understand those laws and how they operate and how they affect you, whether you're male, female, gay, straight or bi, rich or poor, whether you are intermediate, whether you're advanced, or whether you are a beginner, at the end of the day, whether you recognize something or respect it, it does not change what it is. There are people out here do not respect gravity, but gravity gets that ass. You understand? There are people that are out here that have no respect for barriers and boundaries, but they that cross those barriers, there are consequences for that. You associating yourself with things without respecting rules and regulations. People marriage. I know there's a lot of hoes out there don't respect people marriages, but eventually you run across somebody that gonna make you respect they marriage. You know, there's people out there that get away with a lot of stuff, and after a while they run across the right wife or husband that ain't nothing to play with, and then at that point they make up for the old and the new. You know what I'm saying? So even me as Chief Apostle Ely, I still teach that even though Yahshua was a man that carried the spirit without measure, still subjugated himself to be baptized in the river Jordan by John the Baptist. Okay? He also humbled himself to the death of the cross in that context. Each divine spirit understands the responsibility that we have to fulfill our destiny within this earth suit. Okay? In the land of Tiamat, Gaia. Call her or call this energy, whatever you will. But this is a training facility. And so therefore your soul is down here to learn and develop and to evolve if you so choose. But you, what we call free will, you have a right to choose blessing or cursing. You have a right to choose up or down. You have a right to choose. But there are consequences for your left or turn or your right turn. There's a consequences for standing still. There's consequences for procrastination. There's consequences for sowing on good ground. There's consequences for sowing on bad ground or cursed ground, as Cain found out, giving an offering out of cursed earth. There are consequences, and just because you don't know that that earth is cursed does not mean that God is going to accept those offerings. Okay, so we want to talk about some wacky behavior in the ATR'S. And if you are listening to people that have wacky behavior, if you are following people or you're engaging in that energy, then you, sir or ma'am, may be affected by these people that you may not know, that they really don't know what they're talking about. They really cannot manifest anything. They are out here flogging their spirituality. Okay, now trying to call spirits that did not, trying to call forth spirits that did not send for you. The reason why I myself have always said in my my opening that I was born with my gift, because I was sent here to do the very work that I am doing. But I have had to be initiated in certain practices that I was not born into. But it is in my bloodline. But I was not initiated in those particular practices. This is why I could not crown Minister Mario, because I was not initiated in Santeria or Lukumi, and therefore I was not crowned, so I cannot give a crown that I did not have. Now, if he needed voodoo, if he needed those other practices, I was more than qualified to do such. But when it came to those other eight, I was not. I was initiated later in Palo Miambe. I was not a Palo, a Palero. I was not a Tata. So therefore, those things that was needful in his particular practice or needful for his ancestors, I could not give him because I did not obtain. Now I can give those out to the people that follow after me, because I am an initiate. Okay, what's an apprehend wisdom? Now, calling on spirits did not send for you. That means that those spirits have no contract with you, and they're not obligated to protect you. They're not obligated to answer you. They're not obligated to inspire you. They're not obligated to provide for you, because there is no real relationship. This is why we use the terminology devotee, because anybody can be a devotee of any particular spirit. There's nothing wrong with you giving. Just like you can walk out your house and go to a complete stranger and be a blessing to them. You don't have to know their name. You don't have to know their educational background. You don't know they don't have to be a relative. We can bless anybody. You can bless any spirit if you so choose. But then that person that you bless is not obligated to do anything for you, because y'all have no relationship. You doing an act of kindness to an entity or to a spirit has nothing to do with a contractual relationship between you and that particular entity, that Loa, that Nkisi, that Impungo, that ancestor. Okay? Wackiness, and why I call it wackiness by definition, is absurdly amusing, eccentric, and irrational behavior. It is beyond. Sometimes you listen at people and it's like, it's funny even though it's serious, because it's just absurd that with all the type of teachings that I lay out for free, that people think that they can go. Let me explain something to y'all. When you hear me tell people to go get a reading on me, let me explain to you that other people that are spiritual know what I'm doing. I'm really setting your ass up. I'm going to say that again. I already know I'm heavily guarded. I already know that there's only so far that my spirits, ancestors, my eguns are going to allow anybody to read me. My purpose of sending you there is for them, so you can see the reaction of the individual that you're going to get the reading from. Because if they can really see, they're going to tell you that that man right there is nothing to play with. That's the only reason. Because you can't see. So me telling you I'm nothing to play with, they ain't going to do no good, because you're going to think I'm just running my mouth. But I need to send you to a seer. Somebody that can discern, that somebody can actually see spirit, that somebody can actually tell. Because you yourself, you weren't raised with real seers. You weren't raised with real diviners. You weren't raised around people that could actually discern where somebody was spiritually and what was walking with them. This is why you don't walk with reverence. This is why you don't walk with a certain level of respect when it comes to the ATR, because you yourself are blind. Because if you were truly a seer and your spirits were truly working with you, they would know the danger of messing with people like me. There are certain spirits that guard my head. There are certain spirits that guard aspects of my body. That's just me. When somebody is initiated, they receive, if they were initiated in Apollo, they receive the spiritual protection of that particular infumbe or that particular house. And in order for you to read that individual, you have to go through the spirits that guard that individual. That's why it's very difficult to read certain people. That's why it is you need to do cleansing work when you read certain type of people. What certain people? Tatas, Mamba, people that I'm not talking about these people walking around with titles. I'm talking about people that are actually connected with these deities or these spirits. Because those spirits are going to protect them because they don't know why you are asking those questions. Those spirits are going to protect the energy of that individual. So normally you get shut down. I've been at this a long time. I'm not stupid. This is why I deal with trained spiritualists. This is why I deal with trained people that can protect themselves even from the read. Even Minister Mario, my Padrino, I have never read my Padrino. I have never read my Madrina, my first Madrina. I've never read. David asked me to read. I've never volunteered my gift or my talents to my Madrinas. Not because I can't see, not because I can't read. Even when I was in the Misa and I was asked to do readings, I didn't do it because I wasn't there to do that. I'm trying to see what y'all can do. See, when you are truly who you are, you're not apt to go out and put your gifts and talents out there. Sometimes people got you in spaces and places to prove whether what's in your spiritual core. That's wacky. Let me tell you another thing. I said, trying to call spirits that did not send for you is wacky. Trying to read elders in these practices, especially without permission, is wacky. Lying or disguising yourself as a victim in these practices is wacky. If you're trying to get help, all you got to do is be honest, because if the spirits are going to help you, they're going to help you. When you guys are out here dealing with people, please listen to people that have sound doctrine. Please listen to people that live that life. Please listen to people that are not trying to impress anyone. They're not out here trying to get likes. They're not out here trying to get shares. They're not out here trying to get popularity. And I'm going to tell you why. Because these people do not know when it's not time for you to receive it. Because I have a lot of wisdom, if I'm dealing with somebody and I know that they're not emotionally stable or they're not mentally stable, there are certain things, no matter what I see, I won't tell them. Because I have their best interest at heart. I want us to have, because that's what Saturn is about. Saturn is serious energy. When you want to grow, you want to develop spiritually. When you're taking these classes, David got anointed king in his father's house. He did not leave his father's house and go out and tell Saul, knock on the kingdom door and say, hey, I was just anointed king today. I'm here to take over. I'm your replacement. That's wacky. That is wacky, sir. That is wacky, man. Listen, in order for me to do a reading on you with my Orisha, I would have to use coconut. I would have to get 4 pieces of coconut. It's called Obi. And I would have to throw Obi to get my Orisha to read for you. If I wanted to read with you with my Moreto from my Palo, I would have to use my Shamalangas. Notice that I am reading with the 72 names of God. I am reading with a spirit that has been with me from birth. And that spirit allows me to read cards. But I don't need cards to do readings. But I cannot read you with my other spirits unless I use the divinational tools that are of that particular practice. I would charge you different. That's why I don't do it. How can you truly read somebody and be tapped into their energy and you're not even initiated in the practices? This is where a lot of you guys get bad rapport because you're wacky. It's comical. How you gonna go to a king or queen and step to them and tell them what you gonna do for them? You don't even see it as bizarre behavior. I've always gotten permission to do my readings. I've always, especially when it comes to my elders and my leaders. I am going on, I think I'm almost 6 months with Padrino Michael, and I've never read him. Don't mean I have not, I can't see. But I've never sat him down and tried to read him. I've never sat down my Oba and tried to read him. I've never set my brothers and sisters in my Elay. And my first Elay, my second one, or my third. And I read quite well, as you all know. This is how you show respect. This is how people know that you are grounded. This is how people, they always ask me to do that. Sometimes it's just to see how well I can read or how well I can see. But that's the point is, I don't go around doing that because I'm sound. I'm grounded. We are protected by spirits of these traditions. If you really want to grow and develop, this is not about me discouraging you from your personal spirituality. What's up, Lydia? Ma Fedi Fun Oshun. This is not me discouraging you from your spiritual walk. This is me giving you some structure so that you realize how whacked out you really are. My children don't read me. And my children are gifted. My mother read my motor. But she my mother. You understand? It is important as you grow to understand traditions and why they are implemented. And when you are dealing with people, me and my son was talking about how people going to the grave. Their spirits at these, like, let me, Minister Mario, son of Achosi, not only does he have spirits that walk with him, that protect his body, that certain Santos, those that understand the traditions of Santeria and Lakumi, understand that there are certain ceremonies, things that went into his casket with him. There are certain Orishas that went back, that went back to Ola Damari with Minister Mario, son of Ochosi. There are certain spirits and Egun that are literally walking with him that God. Oya is his mother. There are certain deities that guard his spirit. His spirit has nothing to do with the stuff that I already put with him. When you summon or trying to conjure those spirits, guess what shows up? They're guardians. When I was doing my Misa, the reason why they knew I had a Haitian background is because my first guardian spirit showed up was an Haitian spirit. Your protectors show up when somebody's summoning and they were calling my name in that Misa. My guardian spirit showed up first because that's their responsibility. This is why we do cleansing when I do readings for you. When I get off these lives and I'm doing all that stuff, because I'm coming in contact with your spirits. And so I got to make sure that I am protected. That's why I protect myself before I do it, and I protect myself out. How you going to protect yourself from me? Or my Eguns? Or my Moretos? Huh? You have no... Let me explain something to you. Except those spirits show up to you, that's important. Don't be a wacky spiritualist. Don't be out here trying to prove yourself to people that you look up to. What's up, Sister Jackie? I look at people and I just be looking at them. I am not a type of person. If I come from the church world, people prophesying to me ain't something I do. I have so many different people in the church world trying to prophesy to me and give me a word. How can you guide my life when your life is where it is? How can you give me insight? Are my spirits speaking to you? If my own padrino, my spirits walked in their house and stood beside him and he could not even see him. They gave me an accurate reading, but they were honest with me. They said certain things about you we do not see and we do not understand. There are certain spirits walking with you. We do not even understand the language that they are speaking. They were very honest. The women that came in to do my misas, they were honest. They said, I see some of your work, but there's a certain part of what you do and how you do it. Those spirits not allowing me to see beyond that. I'm just telling you what they allow me to see, but there are certain things they would not allow me to see. I'm trying to figure out, when did you have the all-seeing eye? Wisdom. I give out free wisdom. I know that a lot of you guys would love to think that you are talking to God in spirit. It's wacky enough. Why would President Biden hear from me when he has a whole cabinet set aside just to counsel the president? I'm going to say it again. Except they send for me and bring me into their cabinet and give me permission to prophesy or give a word or divination to President Biden. He has a whole cabinet set up to counsel the president. People that are out here in these spiritual streets, whether it's hoodoo, voodoo, obeah, they have a whole spiritual team that is there to counsel them. I have eguns that are specifically there for me to do war. I have eguns that are specifically there for me to do money work. I have eguns that are specifically there for me to do reversal work. I have eguns that are specifically there for me to do dark and wicked magic. That's all. That spirit right there is specifically designed for me to do the darkest part of my magic that I want to do. They are there for that. I have spiritual work. I have spirits there that do sex magic. I'm 50, about to be 51 years old in December. I am not here to discourage nobody. I want you to know what wacky behavior is. And if you identify, and if you still look past this, because you're not, for whatever fantasy world you living in when it comes to spirituality, I am a seer. I don't even go and give my mother a word. And the only time she's ever got any word from me is when she called me and asked me. I am a seer. I'm out here doing readings and everything. My children, they ask for reading. I don't just volunteer information to my children. They say, Dad, could you do a reading on me? Or they come on website or whatever and do it like that. I don't do that. You know why I don't do that? Because it's not my duty to go walking in people's life and just telling people what I see. Because then I got to clean myself after I go and deal with their spirits. And if they didn't pay for that, that means I got to go clean myself for free. Because I did a free reading. That makes no sense. You don't summon spirits that you have no relationship with. This is why people go out there and say, oh, because you know people in my family, because you know, you don't know me. You don't know me like that. You don't know my spiritual name. You don't know enough about my spirituality to say you know me. Being in my ministry does not give you any permission to do. I've never heard so many people. Did you constantly speaking to my ancestors? You constantly speaking to people. I know you're not talking to them people. You know, I'm going to tell you one reason I know you're not talking. You're not talking to my grandma because you'll get cussed out. You're not talking to Minister Mario because he never liked you. You're not talking. I already know these people. You're not talking to my eguns. My padrino, my spiritual godfather, told me to my face. He said, just as sweet as you can be, he said, you can turn sour just like that. I said, loose. You don't know me. I will be so kind and so sweet to you, but you cross me, I had the same energy, but from a different direction. You don't want to be a wacky spiritualist. You want to sound and you want to live your life where you show respect to the eguns. You show respect to the elemental spirits. You show respect to your divine mothers and fathers, even if they're not a part of your particular practice. You don't have to be a part of my practice for me to show respect for you. Many of you guys come in here, some of you are initiated. I show same respect to people that are not initiated. I don't say because you're not on my level. I show gratitude, I show respect to these individuals because I'm sound, I'm rational. Some of you feel that because you're initiated, it gives you a divine right to disrespect people. It gives, because you have Egun or Mfumbe, because you have a Pati Pimba, or because you have a Prenda, or because you, whatever, that it just wants us to be disrespectful to other living human beings. And that's wacky. That's wacky. That's why a lot of times people can't embrace what's so beautiful about these ATRs, because we have these cuckoo people in this ATR, and you think power, you think spiritual tools gives you a right to be disrespectful to people on your job. When I go to work for UPS, they pay me to deliver packages, not for me to be doing conjure. If I'm going to do conjure, then I need to be paid by a client to do conjure, not on UPS time. Is anybody trying to hear me just a little bit? I want us to grow and grow in respect and honor of these practices. And for whatever reason that as clear as I am as a teacher, if you have a word, that word starts with you. If it's not doing anything for your life, what makes you think I think it's going to do anything for my life? If the voices in your head don't have you in a better place, why would I listen to the voices in your head when I have the voices in my own head? If you don't trust the eguns in your life, why? What you're doing is you're trying to practice. I'm never going to sanction somebody that's going to embarrass themselves as well as me. I don't care if you're with me 50 years. I am never, ever, ever going to sanction. The reason why I sanctioned Minister Mario, because he did not embarrass himself, because he had personal pride, and he was not going to embarrass me. And if he did something, he was going to formally and openly apologize, because he respected the ministry. I have elders in my church that I still say yes ma'am and no ma'am, and they ain't in voodoo, they ain't in Santeria, they don't do obeah work, they don't do conjure, they don't do mysticism, they don't do none of that, and I still show them mad respect. And if I wanted to, I could end their life. I don't disrespect them, I don't try to make them do, I don't do none of that. In this spirituality, are you trying to get into this because you are driven, because you feel like you're going to make people do stuff, because you're going to control people? You want people to fear you? Let me explain something to you about the fear that people have of me. It is not because I go out messing with people. It is not because I'm over there in other people's business. The fear that people have had behind me from messing with me, and I defend myself, and I defend myself treacherously, I defend myself completely, and all things are on the table when I get ready to defend me and mine. Understand? It's not, they don't have a fear of me because I'm over there breaking up somebody's relationship. They don't have fear of me because I'm over here messing with an innocent child. They don't have fear of me because I'm going into somebody's church because I'm an apostle and trying to take over their church. They don't have fear of me because I'm going into somebody's elay and I'm trying to flex and outdo somebody. That ain't where the fear come in. It is when people have messed with me and I have the capability and the capacity to defend myself to the utmost. That's where the fear come in. It is not because I'm rude, disrespectful, or even egotistical. I'm not a whack job. I don't go out here messing with, going on other people's lives and trying to drum up business on other. I don't interfere. When I do lives with other people, I show mad respect. I ask them questions. I don't try to flex my knowledge. And I excuse myself. I know how to bow out gracefully. That's why you don't see me getting into it with people. When you see me going off, it's because somebody done F with me. Somebody done messed with something that belongs to me. Somebody violated me. And I'm here to defend what the spirits have invested in me. That's not a whack job. Because every living creature have a right to defend themselves. Ask my sons. When I call them, I ask them first, are you busy? I'm their father. I'm the reason why they're here. And I still ask them to this day, are you busy? Or do you have time to talk? What's up there, my baby Scorpio? And then I got Pisces, God is in the house. Do you understand? You're whacked. You're whacked. When I talk to my members, are you busy? But some of them whack, they call me as though I'm on their payroll. That's why a lot of things I just attribute it to lack of home training. I'm your chief apostle. Who the hell you think you talking to? You don't even, you have no idea of my capacity. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say this again. Maybe I don't understand. I'm going to say it real slow. Let me get up close to the screen. I can care less if you gave me $1.5 million a second. You don't own nothing. You don't control nothing when it comes to Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. And the moment you feel, because you gave a nickel, a quarter, a dollar, that you can do something with me or handle me or control me, you fucked yourself. And I don't care who you are. I don't disrespect you. You don't disrespect me. I don't interfere in your time. You don't interfere in mine. I'm very clear about that. I done been to a lot of my saints' house, and because I'm their apostle, I don't walk over their house. Wherever they tell me to sit at, that's where I sit my ass. I don't believe in disrespecting people. Some of y'all wacky. Some of y'all whacked. Because I'm laughing, I'm joking, you think I wish you would touch up on this. I wish you would grab me. Are you hearing me? I don't care how freaky I say I am. If I'm not offering you no dick, you don't touch it. Huh? I don't care how good my tongue is. If I didn't stick it in your mouth or your hole, you do not touch it. Do you understand? That's whack. That's called assault. Legally, it's called assault. Nobody asked you. And I'm sitting here literally giving step by step of the growth that's going on in apostolic. And for whatever reason, you cannot, baby. See what problem? You have not met my ex-wives. You're not even in the category of my ex-wives, and they can't even tell me what they see. Both of my ex-wives are an apostle. My first wife is an apostle. My second wife is an apostle. You're not even in the category with them. And they can't tell me nothing about what they see. And they can't tell me about nothing they dream. They come to me. I put dick in them. They didn't put dick in me. That's how this goes. Huh? And they ask me, can they tell me what they dreamed about? They ask me, can they tell me what they see? And that still don't guarantee that I'm going to even listen. That's not me being ego. That's how it is, baby. Because they know that I see myself. And normally, and especially my second wife, she'll say, I know this ain't going to be nothing but confirmation, but I'm going to tell you what the Lord say. I'm going to tell you what my spirit told me. And normally it is confirmation. Because she know I'm a real seer. See, you might not know who you sleeping with, but they know who they were sleeping with. And if I wanted some insight, I got 3 sons. I got a Padrino. I ain't even required of them. It is so important that many of you guys that are out here respect other spiritual people, even if you think you're greater than them. Gaining knowledge and power and understanding and clarity does not make you disrespect people. It doesn't make, I've never been the person just like going in and just get on somebody live or go on somebody's video and I don't do stuff like that. It's not necessary. If you don't agree with something, keep it pushing. This is why certain people love who I am, because guess what? If Darius does not have to beg me for respect. I'm going to respect him because I'm a man myself. Bo don't have to beg me for respect. I'm going to respect him. Minister Mario never had to beg me for respect. I was going to respect him anyway because I respect myself. As much as I was helping Minister Mario, there's a whole lot of his business I wasn't involved in. Unless he told me. This time that he was like, go in my wallet and get this. No. You go in, I grab his wallet, give it to him, and let him go in his own wallet. When I was married, I did not go in my wife's purse. She could have had a gun, want to shoot my ass. I would never know because I don't go in her purse. When I tell you I'm old school, baby. I'm going to respect your privacy because I want mine respected. When somebody tell me, listen, Apostle, I'm going to help you, but I don't want nobody to know. I don't tell nobody. When you as a grown man or woman somebody tell you what's off limits, and once you go past that, you're whacked. You're whacked. They was upfront with you as a grown man or woman, told you, listen, I don't like this. This is a problem. Don't go there. That's going to cause a problem. Out of respect for what you want, I'm going to do that. And I'm your apostle. I'm your pastor. I'm your evangelist. I'm your teacher. I'm your tata. I'm your godfather. I'm your spiritual leader. I'm going to respect that. You tell me you don't want your husband to know this. You don't want to. I don't tell them nothing. I got members over 20 years. I ain't going to tell them nothing. You don't understand that. I want you to really grow and respect these spirits and know why they are divine. Respect these egos, know why they have been elevated. And respect these crowns, respect these initiations, respect these confirmations, these anointings that on people's life, whatever we call them. Because when you get them, you're going to want somebody to respect you. The main people that show disrespect want the most respect when they get to those offices. Watch that. The person that give the supervisor the hardest time, when they become a supervisor, they want you to think they're an emperor or empress. They go way over beyond. Because now you hold that position. Now you hold it. Now you want all this mad respect. But you were not respectful when you were there. Everything that I teach on my platforms, I make it simplistic. You ain't got to never know the ebu. You ain't got to never know the secrets that are in dolls, in candles. You ain't got to know. But one thing you can do to strive and to make these ATR'S something to be proud of and something to be honored and reverenced is how you conduct yourself in them. How you behave with your brothers and sisters. How you behave with, as Jesus said, sheep not of your fold. How you honor other mothers of other fathers of other religions. Even if you don't, I've seen people do things that I've never seen in my life before. And I don't go in front of them acting like a know-it-all. I don't have a problem acknowledging what I don't know. It's just like I don't have a problem acknowledging what I do know. A lot of this is a lack of maturity. Huh? Let me tell you something. It was many, many years before I licensed Minister Mario. He proved that and Minister Mario was a weekly giver because he got paid every week. You have no idea how much time, energy, and talent Minister Mario have given, or any other person. I've had football players part of my ministry. I am not the person to try to support me, help me, but control me. I'm a sage. The worst. Don't try to tell me what to do. I've had members in my church that I have personally told them, sweetheart, no, I ain't saying it like that. I'm lying now. Listen. I would not follow you back to your house and you know where you live. That's just how much I don't trust your guidance. Huh? You cannot guide somebody when your life does not look like I want my life to look. Stop trying to implement yourself in spaces that God did not put you. Do what God is called. And when you get elevated there, then you're going to understand what I'm saying today. I've never told my spiritual dad what to do. I've never told my spiritual mother what to do. The stuff that y'all do, I don't understand that. And I have disagreed with certain actions and things that taken place. But I did not get out of pocket and I did not get out of space. You conjure spirituality is dangerous. And it's very dangerous to people that don't follow proper protocol. And this is why a lot of y'all end up and gonna end up getting messed up. I don't care if you're in hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajay. You get spiritual tools from real, authentic spiritually, and then you try to be way more than what you is. Why can't you just get your tool and do yourself, do your business? Make your life better. Take in the wisdom, embrace it. And once again, I'm not telling you what not to do. Keep on reading on me. And we gonna all watch you get fucked up. Keep on calling my spirits. Keep on. I tell my members, you don't pray for me until we are in the church where I can cover you. Because there's people out here working on me and working against me, and I don't want you to get fucked up in the process. Just because they can't touch off on me don't mean they can't touch off on you. Me and my son were talking about a member in my church. For whatever reason, he was Gemini. He was doing too much, and had the nerve to say, whatever is coming against Apostle Ely, let it come against me. He was going to cover me. He thought he was in a place to cover me. His leader, he thought he was in a place to cover me. That's the word that he said. He was whacked. Guess what happened to him? That night, them spirits came and it looked like something clawed him from his face all through down his body. My son, he was paralyzed. They were calling out to me, Dad, hurry up. He was laying in there on the bed, could not move, and had webs all over him. Did I have to tell him not to do that again? No. You don't know who's out there working on your spiritual leader. You don't know who's out there throwing against your elder. You don't know who's out there throwing against your mambo, your hugon. You don't know. You whacked. My ex-wife called herself, putting herself in front of me because people were telling her that she was more anointed than me. And she gonna try to cover me. Because y'all like to think y'all more anointed than your husbands and stuff. You got more dick than they got anyway. She told me, she said, I almost didn't make it through the night. She said, oh my God, I didn't even know you were dealing with that kind of stuff. You wear it so well. You have no idea how many people behind the scene are throwing at me and trying to bring me down. Huh? Instead of you following instructions, you think I'm out here ego tripping. Because you got an ego problem. You think because I'm telling you not to do or do things in a certain type of way to protect you, you think I'm out here ego tripping. Find yourself in a place next to Minister Mario trying to do too much. You have no idea the things that I am out here doing. I am sharing free wisdom, free knowledge, free understanding of experience for free. Ain't costing you nothing but tuning in. And you won't take the wisdom. You deserve everything that happens to you. And let me explain something to you. Nobody's attacking you. No human person's attacking you. What's happening to you is that you're messing with people that have guardian spirits. And those spirits are slapping the fuck out of you. I have really dark, very vicious spirits. And you're going to mess around and get killed messing with me. And for no reason. Because you're running up on my protection. Being ignorant. Because you're trying to do too much. If you want to help me, cash at me. You want to help me, vacuum the church. You want to help me clean the bathroom. You want to help me, send me some money for gas. Huh? But don't put yourself in spiritual spaces and places that you're not qualified. I don't want nobody to get hurt out here messing with Apostle Ely. Because, listen, I'm trifling. When the way that I talk and the things I say, there's a lot of people on this app that do not like it. But they can't do nothing about it. But they trying. And don't you get hurt in the process of trying to defend Apostle Ely. I got Help me buy some liquor to feed my spirits. Help me to go and carry out certain ceremonies. If you want to help me, help me financially. Help me and encouraging me on my comment and saying you can do it. Apology. Don't you get in the ring, because I ain't tagged you to get in the ring with me. Because I'm not finna get embarrassed. You're not finna get throat choked. Huh? They not gonna say this is what you call to give you. No. You ain't quite, babe. I wouldn't do you like that. I like you too much to do you like that. I believe in what God got for you to put you in the ring with some of the stuff that I'm out here doing. Because I'm wilding. I'm being straight up with you. I am not nothing to play with. And I know I'm not. And I'm getting prepared. I want you to take the wisdom for free. I want you to take the $100 for the liquor there. I want you to take the wisdom for free. I ain't even charging you. It ain't a class. I'm telling you. I do this for real. This is my lifestyle. This is not for form or fashion. And I can get down dirty with the best of them. Much as I smile, much as I joke, Saturn is about seriousness. You got to be serious about your practice and serious about where you are. And listen, I'm going to say this right now. Don't apologize. I don't want your apology. I want you to keep on doing what you're doing and pay me when you get fucked up. That's what I want you to do. I want your money to be right. There goes somebody that's whack. Herbs are not real. I told you, it's a whole lot of mental health going on here when it's these spiritual streets. It's a whole lot of people in these ATR, they are not mentally healthy. When you are out here, you do not get into the ring with a hoodoo worker, a voodoo worker, a conjure, a bokor, a hugan, a mambo, a tata, a hugan. Like, these people got their own armies of spirits. And them the people I'm going up against, and you just gonna come out here with your energy, with your couple of crystals, with your couple of... I have not set nobody up like that. I just started doing work for a young man, none of your business, that has the economics for me to do that level of work for. Minister Mario is the only one invested in his spirituality that I was able to do that level of work for. Many of you guys, you do what you can, but you're not giving that kind of money to get that level of work. You're not spending tens of thousands, and you know you're not. And ain't nobody gonna do that kind of conjure in the cosmos for you for $1,000, $2,000. They're not gonna do it because they support, learn, grow, do your classes, do all that stuff. Stay in your lane for your safety. I promise you, dealing with somebody like me, after I done told y'all Minister Mario, son of a Chosi, he's no longer with us in the physical world. You don't have nobody. He was the diplomat. I'm not a diplomat. I'm confrontational. And I don't mind watching you burn. I don't. Because after I done told you, I ain't warning no more. I'm just out here to help grown people that really want to learn and want to hear from somebody that do it for a living. That's their lifestyle. No apologies are necessary. It's your life. It's your energy. It's your mind. It's your frequency. That's your business. You grown. But understand, ain't nobody working on you. You're messing with things that you're not licensed to work with or for. You're touching things that you do not have access to. I put certain things in the casket of Minister Mario. I put certain things in the casket of my father. When my father passed, I put things in his casket. There are certain spirits I put over my ancestors to protect them. So go to my Agun, go to my ancestors' grave. You're gonna get fucked up. And guess what? I'm not the only spiritualist that do that. You messing with other people that are already into these crafts and they are advanced in these crafts, All spirituality is about protection work. The stronger a man or woman is, the stronger their protection is going to be. The more advanced their protection is going to be. The more in-depth their protection is going to be. You see this right here? This stuff got some stuff in there. This right here is consecrated with the 72 names of God in Hebrew. And then you have El Shaddai, the symbol of this old conjure. And you see how brown the bottle is? This, you know how long this been out there? It's just got a little bit, it's got this much oil left in there. This old conjure. And you have no idea the stuff that we have access to. So I say this to anybody that really want to follow me. And you want to follow directions. Stay in your lane. I'm not here to not teach you. I'm not here to hold you back. I'm not here to cripple you. I'm not here to deceive you. But I am here to teach you the structure. I'm here to teach you universal law so you as a grown man or grown woman can make educated, informed decisions. That is the best service I can give to anybody. It don't matter if you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria. And let me tell you, sir and ma'am, most of us melanated people, we create more problems that we cannot afford to solve. I'm going to say it again. Most of us, without proper training, are going to create more problems that we financially or mentally cannot afford to solve. And that is bad behavior, and that is whack behavior. Don't create unnecessary situations for you just by being hard-headed. Don't go in unauthorized areas. This is not a fear tactic. Because guess what? Listen, when I say my moon is in Aries, I like to see people get messed up. I'm a Sagittarius. All I'm going to do is make fun about it. You're giving me material. You keep asking, Apostle, where you get the material? You give me the material. By the BS you do. It makes no sense. And that's with good guidance. That's with good counsel. That's with a great example in front of you. Support who you want to support. But be fully in. Don't be whacked out here in these ATR'S. Huh? Don't let people use scare tactics and props and aesthetics to make you think they're way deeper than what they is. At the end of the day, it's all about manifestation. And if you're not willing to do the work, if you're not willing to do the conjure, then sir and ma'am, you're not going to get the manifestation. You sow sparingly, you're going to reap sparingly. Huh? If you want to get out here where this is why most people don't go deep sea diving, because they know better. Only in spirituality that people claim to be out in the deep. Huh? You don't see a lot of people on the top of Mount Everest, do you? Because they know better. Only in spirituality you want to act like you are in the highest of heights. You don't see people down at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, do you? You don't see people do that because they understand consequences. But in spirituality, everybody want to act like they so deep. Huh? But when you get tested, when you get tried, all of a sudden now everybody working on you. No, stand your ground. Hello from Ireland. Thank you for joining us. I serve people all around this globe on different levels. I've been doing this a very long time. I can brought people from rags to riches, and I done made stupid people smart. I done took dirty ass people and cleaned them up and made them into somebody. I got it like that. I'm not in no rush. I'm 50, about to be 51 years old. I am going to teach you real magic, but with structure. Somebody get this person. If you, I don't know where I can remember you if you sent me a cash app. You send me a cash app, I can say I can remember you. But just talking to me, I know I'm a Sagittarian. That's all we do is talk to people. I don't remember half the stuff I say after I get done doing my reading, no less than having a conversation. I want to encourage many of you guys that know that I received the sister of Oya, Ayayo. I will be receiving her on the 28th. To all of you that decide or will decide to give, I will be going through another ceremony. We only need 10 more people to give $1,000 a piece, if you so choose. Once again, if you so choose. I am not making nobody do nothing. If you want to support me, I will be getting crown at the ceremony. It's still a crown, like a crowning ceremony with Babalu Aye, which is the father of me and Ocha. I will be receiving his mother and his sisters and another Ilegua. It is almost like a whole nother ceremony. It's a big ceremony that I have to go through. And if you want to support, and if you can support, more than happy. But you must put down there that it is about, you can use the Babalu Aye as a reference, or you can use St. Lazarus. So I know that that money goes into that. What talisman do you have left? I have Mafedi Fun Oshun. I'm trying to get this right. I have Mafedi Fun Shango. I have Mafedi Fun Iligwa. Mafedi Fun Ogun. And Mafedi Fun Oya. That's all. That's what I have left. Those are $100 a piece. And if you're gonna get one of these has to be on your person. I'm gonna say that again. If you have it sitting on your dresser drawer, if you have it hanging in your vehicle, swinging back and forth. Yes, I can do a reading. Let me see what. Oh wait, no, I'll do a reading later. I can't because I got to go get Chloe. Today is Minister Mario's daughter. She's going to homecoming, and I was. Yeah. So I've been on here too long. It's 5:33. I'm running behind. But guys, I thank you so much. I hope you take this for what it is. Apostle, not looking for apologies. We just need to be growing about our business. And let's take our spirituality more serious. That's what Saturn energy is about. Being serious about whatever. If Saturn is in a particular place in your chart, that's where you need to be serious at, because Saturn don't play. It's the taskmaster for a reason. Okay? Much love. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit those shares. And don't forget to comment, because somebody need to hear this that you already know that's out here being wacky. All right? God bless you.